Hello everyone, I'm Day Weather, meteorologist Don Day with your Public Lands Council weekly weather update for this May 25th, 2024. It's being brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors and WSR Insurance Services Incorporated. As we look into the last full week of May, that's right, next Saturday is the 1st of June. Well, we're going to go through the last week of May with a slowly moderating temperature pattern, as you'll see here in a minute. A lot of the western United States has had a cooler than average May. As we get into the last days of May into early June, we will start to warm up finally. We're going to continue to see the rain and the snow falling, yes, snow, still in the areas that have been getting it. So the rich get richer and the poor get poorer when it comes to rainfall and precipitation across the west. It's really been favoring those northern areas of the U.S. than into the Midwest and Corn Belt, while a lot of the central and southern Rockies, the Great Basin, and the southwestern United States has just really been dry for the month of May. Now, we do see an early summer pattern getting initiated about a week from now. There's still going to be a little bit of a roller coaster over the next 7 days, but things stabilizing a bit as we get into early June. As you can see, the month of May, and certainly this past week, been very cool. A large swath of Canada, the northern Rockies, the Pacific Northwest, while a lot of the nation in the Midwest and East has been pretty warm. Now you can see why there's been a lot of severe weather in this part of the country here, because the cold front's coming into that warm air, initiating the severe weather, and there'll be more of that over the next 7 days. Snowpack has been slow to melt out because of the coolness. See the blue and the green here? Now, snowpack figures in May are a bit deceiving. But when you have snowpacks that are above 100%, what it means is it's been cooler. And so this area right here, the snow melt has been slow to get going. And we've seen a lot of snow in the drainages right here over the last week, adding to a late season surge in the snowpack in some of the northern Rockies of Montana, northern Wyoming. And if you look at the North Platte and South Platte and Colorado River drainages, there's a lot of snow left to melt out. So this is not an early runoff this year at all, at least for parts of the Central Rockies and Central Basin states. Latest soil moisture profile shows a surplus of soil moisture in these green areas here. This tongue of dryness continues. And this area right here, which has not gotten much May moisture, may show up as brown here if we continue that trend. But we've got this dry area here across New Mexico, West Texas, into central and southwest Kansas, into southeastern Colorado. We'll need to watch that. But a lot of the soil moisture profiles over the rest of the nation, not all that bad, need some help there. Latest drought monitor shows continued improvement in Montana and northern Wyoming with dryness. We still got a ways to go here, but it's improving. You can see that most of the Corn Belt, there's just nothing going on in terms of any significant drought. This area needs to be watched here. Unfortunately, we do think this area is going to grow here into the month of June with the dryness. We also need to watch out southeastern Wyoming, northeastern Colorado, in this region here for continued dryness. The last week, the precipitation has been across the north and the central and the midwestern areas, as you can see here, while leaving the I-70 corridor and points south. The I-40 corridor, just scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. The I-80 corridor, again, not very much moisture there as well. Then across the southwest United States and west coast areas, pretty dry. Snow continues to fall. As we mentioned earlier, this is the last 2 weeks of reported snowfall. As we look ahead, this is for the next week. The map looks familiar. It should. Looks just a lot like what I showed you has fallen over the last week. Well, over the next week, along and north of this line right here, is going to be the best chance of moisture. Again, favoring the northern areas. Then as these fronts hit the Midwest, a lot of thunderstorm activity here, some of it going to be severe heading into the 3-day weekend. Temperature-wise, it's going to be a little bit warmer. See this tongue of warmth along and east of the divide developing? So the central high plains and northern and central Rockies will warm up while it will cool off a bit in the upper Midwest. Still a bit cool in the Pacific Northwest. Have yourself a good week ahead. We'll see you next week.